Okay, this is the Algebra 1B lesson for 4.5, writing a function rule. So here we're going to write equations that represent functions. So the first problem says you can estimate the temperature by counting the number of chirps of the snowy tree cricket. The outdoor temperature is about 40 degrees Fahrenheit. This should say little degrees. More than 1/4 the number of chirps the cricket makes in 1 minute. What is the function rule that represents this situation? So we're just writing equations from these word problems. So let's see, the number of chirps, that is what's changing, right? So this is my variable. Let's make that x. The outdoor temperature is 40 more than 1/4 the number of chirps. So again, number of chirps is x. 1/4 of that is 1/4 x. And then 40 more than that is plus 40. What function rule represents this situation? So the estimate the temperature. So temperature is going to be my output. So that's my y. So this is going to equal y. So this function says, right, where x is number of chirps and y is temperature, in degrees Fahrenheit. 1/4 the number of chirps. 40 more than, we can add 40. 1/4 the number of chirps is the temperature. So there's our function rule. Okay, not too bad, just takes a lot of practice. So why don't you guys practice with this next one? A landfill has 50,000 tons of waste in it. Each month it accumulates an average of 420 more tons of waste. What's a function rule that represents the total amount of waste after m months? So here they're giving you a variable and some more information. So press pause, try this on your own, and check back for the solution. Okay, so here they told us m months, that's our input. Our output's going to be total amount of waste. So if we start with 50,000, we're adding 420 each month. So however many months there are, we do 420 times that month. So W equals 50,000 plus 420M. Okay. Okay, this says a concert seating plan is shown below. There's no concert seating plan here. Let's add that. Okay, there we go. I'll have to add that to your notes too. All right, so a concert seating plan is now shown below. Reserved seating is sold out. Total revenue from ticket sales will depend on the number of general seating tickets sold. Write a function rule to represent the situation. Okay, that's the first thing we're going to do. And then the second thing we're going to do is write what is the maximum possible total revenue. Okay, so let's look at this. We have total revenue, right? So revenue, that's going to be the total amount of money that we bring in, is going to be from reserve seating. So reserve seating is $25. And then how many people can sit there? 10 rows, 12 seats. So that is 10 times 12, which is 120 seats. So there are 120 people that pay $25, and we know that that's sold out. And then this is going to depend on the number of general seating tickets sold. So this is what's changing. This is what we don't know. So let's make that X. Okay, and then that's going to be $10 times X. All right, and that's the revenue. So let's just do this. What's 25 times 120? 3,000. So they make $3,000 from the reserve seats, and then plus 10x. So that is our, we don't even need the dollar sign there, right? This is our function rule to represent this situation. What's the maximum possible total revenue, right? X can't be everything, right? You can't have 1 million people come to general seating, right? Because this is how many seats there are. 30 rows times 16 people in each row is 30 times 16, 480. So that's the max here. X can be anywhere between 0 and 480. Okay, so that's kind of our domain, which we haven't really talked about yet. But that's our X can be anywhere from 0 to 480. So if it is, the most people that could come in there is 480. If we plug in 480, the max revenue would be 3,000 plus 10 times 480, which is 3,000 plus 4,800, which is $7,800. That's our max revenue. Okay. All right, moving on for one for you to try. A kennel charges $15 per day to board dogs. Upon arrival, each dog must have a flea bath that costs $12. Write a function rule for the total cost for n days of boarding plus a bath. And then how much does a 10-day stay cost? So answer these two things. what's the function rule for total cost for n days, and then how much does it cost for a 10-day stay. Okay, press pause and try this on your own. Check back for the solution. Okay, so here we have to pay $12 for the bath, and then you have to pay 15 every day. So 15 times n days. So it's 12 plus 15n is your cost, see? If you have 10 days, you're going to plug in 10 for n. That's 150 plus 12, which is 162. So hopefully you got that. All right, and then last pair here. Write a function rule for the area of a rectangle whose length is 5 feet more than its width. So let's do that first. Let's draw a rectangle. Here's its width. Its length is 5 feet more than its width, w plus 5. What is the area of a rectangle when the width is 9? So area, remember, is length times width. If our length is w plus 5 and our width is 5, there's our function rule. You can leave that, but we could also distribute the 5, and the area becomes 5w plus 25. You could also use this one, either one. And then when w is 9, that's the second question, area equals 5 times 9 plus 25, which is 45 plus 25, which is 70. Oh, feet squared. Okay. So now try this one on your own. What's the area of a triangle whose height is 4 inches more than twice the length of its base? What's the area of a triangle when the length of its base is 16? So maybe you know what the area of a triangle is. Maybe you don't. 1/2 base times height. So there's your area formula that you use. And see if you can figure out what the function rule is going to be, knowing now that the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. Press pause and try this on your own, and then check back for the solution. Okay, so if the height is 4 inches more than twice the length of the base is b, 2 times base plus 4 is my height. You just plug that h in, this for h, and this is your area, 1/2 base times height in terms of base. You can leave it like that, or if you distribute the 1/2 b, this becomes 2b, and this becomes b squared. So 2b plus b squared is also the function rule. Either one of those works. And then what's the area of a triangle when the length of the base is 16? Just plug in 16 for b. 16 squared is 256, and 16 times 2 is 32. Add those together, and you get 288 inches squared. And that's it. Time for practice. Enjoy.